Hello everyone, I'm Owen Hemsley and welcome to R5 Reviews. Today I'll be reviewing the game Watch Dogs. Well, first a bit about this game. This game is an open world action-adventure game made this year in 2014 by Ubisoft Montreal, and it was published by just Ubisoft. It's been released for a lot of consoles. It's been released for PS3, Xbox 360, PS4, Xbox One, and of course the PC. There is also meant to be a Wii U version set to be released in the fourth quarter of this year. This game is set in Chicago, and the main storyline follows a hacker called Aiden Pearce, who is trying to get revenge after the accidental death of his niece. There is an open world structure which lets players roam through places such as urban city areas, countryside and slum areas. Watch Dogs is played for a third person perspective, and like GTA, you can travel either on foot or in a vehicle. Aiden Pearce can hack into a thing called the ctOS, which is basically the main control system which connects all of Chicago in this game, so anything from like cameras to road blockers. There is an online mode in this game. This allows 2 to 4 players to compete against each other or cooperate, and this depends on the online game mode because there are a few different game modes. And the online mode is played out in the same map as the single player mode. The player can access the online mode at almost any time in the game, and the transition between the online and single player is seamless, because a lot of the time you will still see a player you have competed against in the single player mode when you've just finished an online game, so it's just kind of straight into online or straight into single player, which is cool. On to the review. Nearly everything about the control system in this game is flawless. The controls have to be pretty good, to be honest, to enable the player to be able to handle such a complex game. For example, you can be driving along the road in a really fast car, and trust me, there's really fast cars in this game, and use slow motion, which is called focus in the game, and hack into things such as traffic lights or steam pipes, which explode and cause car accidents. Explosions! All at the same time, so the controls have to be good in order for you to actually be able to do this. This proves that the majority of the controls work very well. The only problem with the game control-wise is how the cover system works. This may just be me personally not being used to it, I'm not sure. But sometimes it's really hard to get Aiden back out of cover to run somewhere else, which can be a matter of life and death sometimes. Sometimes he just kind of stands there. No. This isn't a big negative point, however, for 2 reasons really. First of all, most of the time you use hacking techniques and or stealth to take down your opponents anyway, so you don't really need cover. And second of all, if there is another thing to take cover near you, you can select it and Aiden will quickly run and duck behind that instead. It's just in rare circumstances there isn't anything else, and so getting out of cover is a bit difficult. Next up, the challenge level. How difficult is this game? Well, at the beginning of the game, the player has the choice between easy, medium, hard, or realistic. I personally chose hard, and I'm pleased to say that the developers of this game knew what hard means. Giggity. This game, most of the time, has been extremely challenging. For example, there was one mission for a gang hideout, which I had to retry about 20 times. By the way, I'll just explain it now. These kinds of missions, gang hideouts, means that you need to, first of all, go to a gang hideout, which it can be anywhere in the city, and take out, but not kill, the gang leaders without dying yourself. This is very difficult because you cannot simply kill everyone, so you can't just run in there with a grenade launcher. And so you need to be very careful about it. Another good point about the challenge level, getting back to the point, is the fact that you can change the setting at any time. So if there's a mission which you're finding really difficult, you can simply go into the options menu and tone down the difficulty. Therefore, this game is challenging yet fair. Most important thing now, how fun is this game? Well, this game is so much fun for so many completely different reasons. There is so much to explain them all would take about an hour of talking because this is such a rich, complex game, which is the reason I love it, which is the main reason I love it, really. So I'll just explain the main points. There are so many things to do, first of all. There's the main missions, obviously, which follow a great storyline, by the way. Side missions, which have a great variety. It's not just doing the same thing over and over again. There's different locations to discover. There's random objects to find. There's actually exploring the map itself. There's playing games. For example, you can play chess. Oh, just kidding. Chess isn't fun. You can do drinking games instead. In it. And there's another thing called NVZN. I'm not sure what this stands for, but it's basically like a virtual reality 3D Space Invaders style shooting game. It's completely random, but it's completely fun. And of course, there's also the online things, such as being able to hack or race other actual people, which is good fun. The only problem with this game is, because this game is so complex and often very intense, I find that I can't play it as much as other games I've played, because my head actually starts to hurt. Even though that is a problem, this is not actually a bad point about the game. In fact, it's the complete opposite, because the fact that a game can make someone like me think so hard is a rare thing nowadays, so that's actually a really good quality. There is also the fact that there is a contrast in this game between serious and funny things within the game. An example of serious things would be the main storyline, especially like missions such as when you have to break out of a prison. Oh, that's weird. I'm wearing an inmate top. I didn't even mean to do that. But like, there are many funny things as well. For example, when you're in the hacking mode on Aiden's mobile phone in the game, you can look at someone and you can see their age, name, and what they like to do. And this may seem like, why is that funny? But some people, when you look at them, have such funny things about them. Like, I actually once saw a pedestrian and it said that they were sexually attracted to musical instruments. Oh yeah, baby. And when I saw that, I couldn't help but laugh. It was just so random, I wasn't expecting it. But also the hacking can be used to just have a laugh as well. You can break into people's home security, which can often lead in finding out really funny, weird things about people. And use this by using links from camera to camera. Or, instead, you could just cause destruction, which is what I like to do. So anything from blowing up steam pipes to raising road blockers so that you cause a car crash. Well, the last point I'll make on this video is that, like other Ubisoft games such as Far Cry 3 and Assassin's Creed, I love the way you unlock more of the map. You basically, like those other games I've mentioned, you unlock it by going to like towers. However, as this is set in a technology-driven world, you can't simply just climb to the top of a tower to unlock it. You have to actually use a thing called brain power in this game, believe it or not, in order to hack into them, which can be difficult, but it's great fun. I'll round off this video now. This game is so convoluted and so in-depth, but at the same time it's not boring and slow-paced. In fact, the action sequences in this game are amazing. Explosions and helicopters everywhere. Yet, this game still houses stealth and, of course, the hacking abilities, which enable the player to choose exactly how they want to play the game. This, mixed with the things that I've already mentioned and the brilliant recreation of Chicago, make for a very tense, difficult, emotional and very clever game. Apart from minor flaws such as the cover system now and then, and the police, who are very clever by the way, sometimes shooting and killing a target who is meant to stay alive, but that's very rare. Apart from that, this game is amazing. All it needs now is local multiplayer, because that would simply be hilarious. Well, basically, buy this game. I give this 8.5 out of 10. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share, like and subscribe. If you have any ideas for games for me to review, or have further questions about this video, please just comment below, as I'll happily take your views into account. Thanks for watching, and see you later. Gee, thanks for watching, dogs.